Welcome to CARV Fitness. I'm your host, Joe Kwan. Today we have Colleen and Ashley who are going to help us out with this really quick warm-up. We are going to go through this warm-up 3 times. It's going to consist of 10 toe touches, 5 air squats, 10 inchworms, and 5 up-downs. If this seems like a familiar set of movements to you, it is kind of building up to what equates to a burpee, which is one of my favorite movements. So just to go over these movements real quick, toe touch is exactly like it sounds. We're just going to bend at the waist, keeping our nice flat back. Just go down and touch our toes. With the air squats, everyone's foot position is a little bit different with these, so figure out what foot position works best for you. For me, having my toes pointed out just slightly gives me a little bit more depth in that squat. Again, try to keep your chest up. You don't want to have this butt rise into an air squat. We really want to try to move the whole upper torso as one unit. Inchworms are going to be at the top of your mat. You're going to come down, touch your toes, walk your hands out, finish with a push-up, and walk it back up. Finally, the up-downs, what looks like the bottom portion of a burpee. We're going to come down, kick our feet out, bring our feet back up, and stand it up. All right, so are you all ready to do this? Our rep count today is going to be 10 toe touches, 5 air squats, 10 inchworms, and 5 up downs. Here we go. Start with these toe touches. I like to go a little bit slow on the first few just to get our body warmed up and just kind of figure out what's not feeling the same, what's feeling the same as yesterday. And then once you get a little bit looser, just knock out these 10. I feel like toe touches is something that we should all be able to do well into our lives, but it gets harder and harder as we do because our hamstrings get tighter. We lose a lot of mobility in our hips as we get older. I like to do toe touches every day. It's just something that makes me feel a little bit looser. Next, 5 air squats. Same thing with air squats. I like to get down into that first air squat and just kind of sit down there and loosen everything up, see how the hips feel, and then progressively get a little bit faster with those. Use my arms for a little bit of counterbalance. Get into those. Finally, the inchworms. This one, you can do these push-ups from your toes, or once you get down there, you can do them from your knees. I kind of cheated that one halfway. Half and half there. What we're trying to do right here is loosen up the hips and our shoulders. Warm them up a little bit as well. I think I'm on 5. That's okay. If we lose count on these, it's really not so critical. Just go to the point where you feel like you've warmed up your shoulders enough. We're going to be going through this 3 times anyways. I think I lost count too. That's all right though.
That looks like 10.
Yeah, that looked like 10. All right, starting to warm up for sure. Again, with these air squats, make sure chest stays tall. Go down as far as you can. If you can't get into full depth, it's just as good to stop at quarter, stop at half, or go full depth beyond your parallel with your legs. This may be a high volume of push-ups for you. If it is, remember, you can just stop at 5 of these inchworms instead of going the full 10. You can also do these from your toes. Your shoulders should get a lot more work than you think because of these walkouts. So maybe the rep count being a little bit lower would benefit you. I think that's 8.
And I'm like low level competing with you.
That's all right, coming into our last set here. Starting to sweat. I always find it fascinating that these movements speed up so much when you start getting warmed up. Get easier and easier. And then you reach a certain point where they get harder and harder. All right, here we go. Last set of inchworms. Ooh. Definitely ready for some burpees after this. Now, since this does include a push-up, remember, if you're a push-up, you're starting to look like this, or some weird combination of your butt coming up first, maybe it's time to scale those back and go to your knees, or scale the number of these that you're doing. What we don't want to do is do an imperfect push-up that looks kind of like this, where you're rolling out of it. Just want to get something with nice quality reps. I think that's 10. We'll call it 10 for now. The last set of up downs. And 5. Awesome. How's it feeling, Colleen? How's it feeling, Ashley? Ready for a workout now? All right, I'll see you right back here in just a second.